Hi, we are live and it is day 5 of our MPS Hang 10 series. We've covered a lot so far, but let's just dive into today's topics. We're going to be talking about how to check your Gmail as a student in grades 3 through 12 at MPS and how to respond to your Gmail and organize it. And then we're going to throw in some Google extensions as well. So first things first, let's just recap. There is a website you can go to for all of this helpful information. It is tinyurl.com/MPS help at home. And it looks like this. So every single ed tech tool that a 3rd through 12th grader, or actually even pre-K to 12th grader would need in our district, we've actually highlighted here. So for example, if my child needs to learn how to use Google Meet, I can come here, click on Google Meet. And then I have a couple quick little tutorial videos that I can watch, how to join a Google Meet. If the videos aren't working for me, I can click on the instructions and I can read through them too. They're just step-by-step guides. And then every single skill is just broken down like this. So here's how to join a Google Meet with an MPS account or without an MPS account, how to join from a mobile device, the different tools you have. So we've really tried to break it down, and this will consistently be growing and expanding and updating as our time virtual learning and beyond goes on together. So if you forget the link I just gave you, it is in the description, or you can come to millville.org. And if you find the link that is about reopening of schools, if you click on that, it will take you to this site, which has pretty much everything you could need to know. Everything from every single letter that the superintendent has sent, including all of his videos. And then right here, you see these parent-student digital content videos. If I click on that, it will take me to either the English site or the Spanish website for those who speak Spanish and prefer to get their content that way. So then I can just click here and it will take me to the website. So now let's talk about checking our Google Gmail. We know how to log on to Google because we talked about it yesterday. If you go to Google and you click on the apps waffle and choose Mail, or if you're working on a Google Chromebook, you can just click on that little icon for Mail. And your username is your ID number at mps.millville.org. Your password is whatever password you use to log into the computer. And that was something you would have to reset if you picked up a school device, and you did get a paper with all of your passwords on it as well. So here are 2 emails that I've received. This is my email account for school, and let's talk about what we can do with it. So if it's bold, it means that it's unread. So I can tell I did not read this campaign project due. I didn't read it. I just clicked on it to open it. I can read it. I can click this arrow to go back. Notice how it's not bold anymore because it's been read. So let's talk about some of the things we can do with it. So we can organize our emails by adding labels. So I can easily just click the checkbox next to this email. And then do you see this little, it kind of looks like an arrow, but this is a label. I can select that and I can give it a new label. So I can say, this is for my social studies class. I'm going to choose this option to create a new one because I haven't done it yet. So now every email that I tag, maybe from my teacher or from kids I'm working on a project with, I can tag it with social studies class if I want to. These are optional things. The most important thing is that you know how to log into your Gmail and check your Gmail. So here's Coding Club meeting today. Again, I could add a label for Coding Club. I do not have to, that's up to me. Or I can also add it to something called tasks. So I can click this little checkbox next to it. And now do you see this option with the check right here in a circle? I can click on that and I can add it right here to my tasks. It's built into our Google platform. So I've added it to tasks and now it just came right here on my list. So when I'm done the task, I can check it off and then consider myself productive for the day. So other things that I can do in my Gmail, let's say I wanted to respond to an email. So this is an email I received, Coding Club meeting today. I click on it to read it. I read it and I want to reply. I can click on this little arrow for reply and I can say, thanks, but I have a doctor's appointment. Also in Gmail, we have the option to change our font formatting. We can add links, we can attach things, we can like emojis and stuff. We can also actually click on this little triangle right here. That links directly to your Google Drive. So maybe your teacher asks you, hey, did you ever submit your essay? You can click on this and it will take you to your drive and you can find what you need to share with him or her. I can add an image. I can send it. You can even schedule send it. So next to the word send, if I click this little arrow, I can say, let's schedule send it. I want to send it this afternoon at 1 o'clock. So we can reply to emails that way. So let's do one other response to an email. I'm going to click on this one and I want to respond to my teacher. I'm going to click this little arrow and I'm going to say, I submitted it already. See attached. And now I'm going to come to my Google Drive. And let's say I know, okay, I know for a fact that my project is located right here. And let's say this is my project. See how I have attached it? And then I can just send it directly to my teacher. So that's how we check our Gmail. We respond to Gmail. Your teacher's Gmail is their first name dot last name at mps.millville.org. You will probably, when you come back to school, you'll probably have emails from them asking you to join their Google Classroom or sending out important information. And you can also access additional contact information on your website, which we talked about in the very first episode of Hang 10. So before I let you go for the day, I do want to show you one thing that is probably not as well known as others. So let's talk about Chrome web extensions. So this is Google Chrome Web Store. And in the web store, I can search for different things. These are all of my extensions up here. An extension is basically something that goes with you to all of the internet. So every single website I go to, these extensions are going to work with me. So some of the extensions that I have are like YouTube ad blocker because I don't like to see advertisements when I'm watching YouTube videos. And this is one that is text to speech. So sometimes if I'm reading like a long article or something, I like to listen to the words as I'm reading along. So it's cool to have that option as well. If you just do a simple Google search for Chrome Web Store, it's usually the first link that pops up. So you'll see here's Chrome Web Store. I can click on it. And now I can search for an extension. Maybe my teacher recommended one to me, but I also have this option here for mps.millville.org. This is our domain. And I can see what's already approved for our domain. If there's something that I want and it's not approved, I can talk to my teacher who can then reach out to IT support and see if they can add it to what's called the whitelist. So this is the Chrome Web Store. We can add things. They travel with us throughout different websites. It's very helpful to like personalize web navigation experience. So those are two things you might want to know. The Chrome Web Store and extensions are obviously optional, but you definitely will be checking your Gmail during this time and being able to respond and organize them as well. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.